everybody, welcome to A Crafter Story. It's Celeste here. So I was nominated by Gina from Perfectly Imperfect Junk Journals to do a video about what's in a name. And it's really it's a hashtag where you explain why or how you came up with the name for your channel. So I thought, I will doodle a little bit in between. I'll explain what I'm doing just quickly, and then I'll get going on it. I thought I would do some of these little house doodles. So I've got some packaging, that packaging material paper that comes with your packages, your Amazon packages or wherever you order from. And I thought, I will just tear little sort of rectangular, irregular, but rectangular-ish shapes. And then I will just get my little piece of paper out here, and then I'm gonna grab a piece of paper. I've already done a couple of these little blanks where I've glued down the little packaging pieces to my paper. So I'll just do one, if I can get a piece out to show you, and then get going on telling you how I came up with the name for my channel. I suppose I can start by telling you that it started about 13 years ago when I was diagnosed with triple negative breast cancer. And of course, anybody who has had that, any kind of sort of life-changing medical diagnosis, it is scary, I actually think that it changed me as a person. It definitely made me want to pursue things, do things that I didn't, hard things I thought I couldn't do, or was too afraid to do, or too shy to do. I thought maybe I couldn't, and I just, with that diagnosis, I just thought, gosh, life's too short. If I want to do something, whether I succeed at it, fail at it, whether people appreciate it or not, I'm just gonna do it. So I had to start with surgery. So of course I went through the whole, you go through the whole diagnostic period. Triple negative breast cancer is a little more aggressive, and so that one you have to move a little quicker on. And so from finding the lump to going into surgery, I think it was 3 weeks. So it was quick. And I don't think at the time I had time to really think about it. I only knew that let's just go, get the surgery, start the chemo. And so I think it was after my first chemo when it kind of hit me, and I thought, oh, ooh, okay, this is happening. And I think when you are in that whirlwind of trying to understand what's going on, there's no time to think. But once I got a grip on what was happening, I had time with my thoughts, and that was not a good place to be, because then all the what ifs were creeping in. What if I don't make it? What if the treatment doesn't work? What if we caught it too late? What ifs. I needed something to take my mind away from those intrusive thoughts. I didn't want those thoughts. I didn't want to think about what might happen if things didn't work out, from a medical perspective. So I have always wanted to write a book, and I thought, well, for a couple of reasons, if I don't make it through this, I've fulfilled a want, a dream. I never thought I could do it, but I've, got nothing to lose at this point. I need the distraction. I really, really needed that distraction. And so in 2013, I started writing my first book. I've written 4 so far. They're all sort of fantasy fiction type books. I always say, think of Narnia and Harry Potter if you had to marry them. It's kind of along those lines. That's my fantasy fiction genre that I write in. So that's what I did. So my first book, I self-published everything. So this was my first one. It was called Children of Odin. And it's just about, anyway, it doesn't matter what it's about. I did it. I wrote it in 1 year, did the editing, self-published it. I didn't do the cover design on that one, but my other books I did. Anyway, so that was good. I needed that. And then I got through that year, and I started earning a little bit of royalties. And my dad said, you really should register a business. And I thought, oh man, I don't know what to call it. What do I call a business? Anyway, so we kind of brainstormed a little bit, and I decided to call the business Celeste Wilson Storyteller, which is a mouthful. I don't know what I was thinking. Well, I don't think I was thinking. I was just kind of surviving at that point. And because even though surgery and chemo had finished, I was still doing radiation. And I was still feeling super vulnerable and not feeling good, the treatment takes it out of you. And so I thought, well, okay, I got the business, it's registered. I was earning a little bit of money on it. It wasn't, honestly, and that wasn't the point. The point wasn't, it was to fulfill a dream that I had, to write a book, and I accomplished that, and that was sort of the main thing, right? Anyway, so then with continued treatments, I was going for a lot of blood tests, and it was very intrusive, and I was not feeling, I'd lost all my hair, and I picked up a lot of weight. I think I picked up 15 pounds because of treatment. I didn't feel good. And I thought, well, if the first book was a good distraction, I'll write another one. So I wrote 3 more books in a 4-year period or 5-year period, and it's a trilogy. Again, I self-published, so it's about 3 sisters. So that's book 1, and it's got not for resale on there because these are my copies that I had to beta read. There's book 2, and then, oops, sorry, I'm not showing you the covers. That's book 2, book 1, book 2, book 3. And so I got those done, and then I took a break, and I thought, I need a break from writing. I love it. It is a lot of fun for me, but, it's, I need something else. And that's when the YouTube channel idea popped into my head. I thought, oh, maybe I can just go back to art and do some visual art stuff, because that would be a nice outlet. But now, of course, I need a name, right, for the YouTube channel. And so I thought, well, I know I am a storyteller. I talk a lot. Maybe I should kind of stay with that theme. And so A Crafter's Story is a continuation of Celeste Wilson Storyteller, where I'm still telling a story, but it's now visual. It's through art, because I think every art or craft piece that we do comes with a story, whether it came from a hashtag that you joined, or a collaboration, or something that inspired you that you saw when you were out and about. Everything is going to come to you from a thought, and a thought to me is a story. And so A Crafter's Story just sounded like the right name for me, for my channel. So you know, as I'm often doing my videos, I'll talk about what I'm doing, and that's my story. So I will quickly finish this little house, and then when I'm done here, I will end my story for at least this video. So you guys, that's how I came up with my name for my channel. It was born out of needing a distraction, needing something else to focus on, and the community of ladies that honestly have become part of my life through this journey has been one of the many blessings that I'm so grateful for. So I'm grateful for all of you, and I thank you for being here listening to my story. And yeah, that's my story. We'll see you next time. Bye.